How y'all doing? Great,
Good,
awesome,
good.
wonderful. Glad to hear that.
Fuck your shit up.
Now, because y'all was on an interesting little kerfuffle.
Being comfortable with
when you
yourself.
find yourself, comfortable with yourself.
What did you say you disagree with, Ish?
I think that as you know, and I'm outside of Corey, I'm the oldest person here. I don't think that you're 100% comfortable with yourself, ever. Because when you're 100% comfortable with yourself, you kind of lose the room to grow. Like when you content, kind of you stop growing. That's my person. I ain't trying to serious this out.
The rip.
I'm not. I ain't,
Oh my God, yo!
it's not what I'm trying to do.
Every time I be about to side with you, you get extra deep.
Nah, I'm just saying, like 30 something, I probably started to really feel comfortable with who I was. 35.
I let it go. I was just
That was disgusting.
Wait, which part?
That was flagrant. Every time I try to side with you,
you get extra deep.
that make it sound like I'm in the S with this nigga.
Oh man,
Don't laugh at that. The S is the shit, yo. That's what make you want a girlfriend. That's it. The
spoon?
The S.
Yeah.
The spoon. That little maneuver.
Fam.
That's the only thing.
Time out. When you say S, you be bending your knees?
Yeah, what?
You're 6'5".
Yeah, that's why I gotta bend the knees. I'm not gonna fit on the couch straight out.
Wait.
Time out. I don't.
All right.
No, nigga.
You just be stiff as a board.
Time out that
judgment.
You be cuddling like a fucking mummy.
Be planking and shit with the cuddle.
Ish, think about what you're saying, yo.
Yes,
Think about what you're saying.
Yes.
It's not a spoon if you don't bend your knees. It's a knife.
Everyone,
No, I'm the spoon.
Everyone allows silence and room for him to really analyze his own fucking words and thoughts right now.
S.
Yeah.
I don't be.
So would you be like a P or something?
Wait.
What the fuck do you be?
I will start this pod with this, yo. This is that important.
Nah, yeah.
This is more important than NBA Youngboy versus everybody.
Yo, I'm lost. I'm lost. I got.
No, it's not leaving this one until you
I
unpack
gotta
it.
say it on. Yeah, fam. The S. You bend your.
Yeah.
Ish,
Hell yeah.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
I'm trying to imagine
Yes,
how
you
you
do.
do it without bending your knees.
When you're spooning.
yeah,
I can't
Yes.
spoon like this.
Look at you doing like this. Nobody.
Well, how do you do that without bending your knees, Ish? And for those of you confused out there, the S we talking about when you lay down in bed,
You spoon
with your
it.
Big spoon, little spoon.
with
Yeah.
a woman or with whoever you into. And you get into your shit.
Yeah, I don't be tucking my knees under her butt. No.
What?
That's how you S.
So what? You leave a gap? Like I'm not
Not
trying
a
to be funny.
gap.
Then what are you doing with your legs?
The butt and the thighs is like the nice part.
Fam, I'm not doing like this.
You're laying down, so yeah,
I
you
know.
look stupid sitting down doing this upright. Laying down, why you don't do that?
No, that's.
And I
You gotta make your arms a little wider.
wait, hold on.
Yo, dog. That's not an S.
Nigga.
I put my leg over.
Fuck are you
that's not the
talking
S.
about, yo?
Like I put my leg over.
Ish, you
I
are
don't-
bit. You know, all right, let's start with the basics. You know, knees are meant to bend. Like, you know, that's why they have the functionality that they do. You gotta bend them.
Yeah.
What do you do with your knees?
I put my leg over.
The whole
Ish,
night.
you sleeping wrong,
Typically.
yo.
Yeah.
You cuddling wrong.
I don't mean to tell you how to sleep.
You
but
cutting.
that's
I am.
wrong.
You
It's
cuddling wrong.
You cuddling
You cuddling wrong.
You cuddling wrong?
You definitely cuddling
All
wrong.
right, I got you.
Oh, maybe you're not a cuddler. But see what I mean about this
amazing.
man shit he get
Nah,
on?
I cuddle.
Yo,
Is that it?
Yo, you bend
I'm
your
the-
knees.
I cuddle.
Yes.
So you do cuddle.
What?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah,
I'm trying to understand
Yeah, but-
how you
but
can
you-
cuddle
but
without
you're just
like
not good at
scooping
it.
up under it.
So you say.
But you're not good at cuddling.
I would.
No, you say if you don't
I
bend your
didn't
knees,
say
you're not
that,
good at
you
cuddling.
asshole. That's
It's like,
your
yo, I don't bend my knees, but I'm the twister champion. How? I don't believe that. So maybe you've just gone all these years with nobody saying, yo, you're not.
You can relax a little
You're
bit.
not my
here.
favorite
Yo,
cuddler.
dog, you have this thing in your head like I'm like this.
Yes, I do.
And you won't
Not that.
remove the thought.
No, it's not that.
Then what do you do?
I just told you what I do. Typically, I put my leg over.
But straight though.
Yeah,
Like you walking, like you walking and shit.
like this.
Yo, this nigga is a
nigga's
different dude.
Yo.
We just said you was interesting, right? Did we edit that out?
I told him.
Nah, it's still here.
All right, yeah, nah. See what we mean? Look how fast you became interesting.
You Dos Equis ish.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This nigga's nuts. Go ahead, man. Proceed.
I'm stuck. I don't
Yeah.
what,
stuck in
one
the
of y'all
S.
got to start it. I am Jesus.
Oh, man.
We were talking about being comfortable when you became comfortable.
No, we're
with
talking
yourself.
about when you start being comfortable in your own skin, kind of.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about.
I mean,
For me, it was my late 20s. I had a,
Nah, maybe it's just
I think I had a girl that brought it out of me,
If you
I
can't,
think that's what does it.
You ain't even comfortable enough to bend your fucking knees, yo. That is so strange. But anyway, I think I still side with him somehow
What you mean?
in this point.
I think there's always going to be some
Well,
things.
yeah, you can always grow. That don't mean you're not comfortable with yourself, though. That's two totally different things.
Yeah.
I can be completely comfortable with myself and still grow and be comfortable with that growth.
but what are you trying to improve upon if you're already comfortable where you are?
Anything.
And
I'm with
bro,
us on
I'm not
this one.
arguing with you. I'm asking you, like, because I think when
When y'all say comfortable with yourself, I'm taking that to mean like, yo,
Physically?
no, just like this is whatever. It could be a personality trait,
Everything.
whatever.
Yeah.
This is who I am,
And that's
and
why I
I'm
said-
fine with that. Like, if you don't like it,
I'm rolling
like,
ish on this one.
that's why I said like 75, 80%. I probably was comfortable like in my 30s, because again,
Which 30s?
mid,
That's 10 years.
Probably not like mid 30s. Probably like mid 30s. Because what happens is, especially with all the outside
9
forces,
years, sorry.
all the outside forces around you, you'd be lying if you're saying you're not influenced by them. So it's the Instagram generation. We didn't necessarily have that in our 20s. You are, I don't give a fuck who you are. Everybody says they did not because it's the politically correct answer. You are looking at people on Instagram and you are gauging your life against theirs. Now, some of these motherfuckers is lying too, so you shouldn't really use them as a good reference point,
Fact.
but you are. As a man, you're looking at other men in your age range and you're saying, damn, he's 40-something and he's
And it doesn't have to be Instagram, by the way. It can
I'm
be
just giving
anything,
an example.
anything
But no,
media,
Instagram is
honestly.
in our face.
Right.
More than anything. Like, social media is in our face. So if you a 40-year-old man and you see other 40-year-old men that are progressing or ascending at a level higher than yours, you use them as a gauge. And I don't think that's wrong. I think, damn, that's a motivator for me.
Yo, you are a mature motherfucker, yo.
Joe, you was a rapper. You can't tell me you didn't look at all the rappers in the field and gauge yourself against them. You did. Whether you say you did or you didn't, you did. I could rap better than these 10 niggas, but these niggas is more popular than me. Or these niggas got more money than me. Or these niggas are doing X, Y, Z, and I'm not doing it. Of course you did. You wouldn't be human
does
if you say you
does
did.
that mean he's not comfortable with himself? Like, that's where I'm kind of lost.
Absolute. For the rap analogy,
As a rapper, like you said, I know I rap better than you.
but I'm not seeing the rewards and I'm not seeing all of the accolades that these people are potentially getting. That has to be troubling. And I'm not a rapper. That had to trouble you in some way, shape, or form.
It'll put a chip on your shoulder.
Ish is right. All right. That's why I don't like having smart friends. Like, seriously.
You don't think?
Now
I've been around you for a long
talk
time.
and think, like, use my real brain to fucking talk to this nigga, yo. Yo, I was sitting there catching a little Friday vibe. This is why I stopped using Clubhouse. You go in there to catch a vibe, here comes some nigga, Joe in 97 as a rapper, when the label's like, oh. But, Ish, you are right and you are wrong. You're right. When I came in, unknowingly, and Game kind of touched on some of this too. When I came in, you know, everybody comes in with different beliefs. Maybe now, today, when the kids get signed, they have a better understanding of what's going on in the real music industry than we
business.
did.
For sure.
Like, my son probably knows a little more than I did as a 20-year-old, right?
Yeah, we didn't have social media. Again, like, that's a valid
Or
place to
dads
get-
that made it.
Information
Right,
period.
right, yeah.
They just didn't have the information period.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So I came in thinking that shit was sweet, and it was not.
We got the Donald Passman book, and that's the best we could do.
So when I came in, yeah, you're right. And that got me in a lot of trouble, not knowing the functionality of things. So I came in saying, when I was trying to get an album out, Urban Legend had just popped off.
No, I'm not even talking about from that perspective. I'm talking about you internally. Fuck the business
he's
side of
getting there.
music.
But that's where I'm getting
Oh,
to.
okay.
Looking at Urban Legend and looking at just some of the people that Cassidy was coming out of Philly, just some of the things that was going on. As a rapper, instinctually, the first thing you do is say, well, can you rap better than that person or not? Then it became, well, do you make better music than that person or not? And then as you keep going, if you're lucky enough, you get more information, and then you notice just how many cogs make this thing go. Like, when they always talk about the difference between basketball and football, they say football is 52 people versus 12, right? I don't know the number, but somewhere around there.
Somewhere at 16.
In music, you have to learn that it's probably 100 people that got to do the dance in unison. for it to go. So later in my career, I started to say or think I could do what they could do with all they're given.
Gotcha.
But could they do what I could do without it?
Without it. And they can't.
Yeah.
So it definitely, you having an internal battle now. Because you're looking at these people, right? And I've known you for a while. So financially, you might have been tapped out. But I can wrap rings around this nigga.
Right.
That gives you some internal...
You got to reflect.
It do if you come from the 90s, but then if you learn that the rapping is not how you get paid in the music business.
Indeed.
So then you have to get rid of the thought because you won't succeed if you keep that tunnel. I had that point in my career. I was just mad. They think I'm mad now.
Oh, no, you used to be way worse.
Yeah, way worse.
Way
Dog.
worse.
Way worse.
They don't
I
know
was
that you.
I was dead ass before.
Yeah.
Angry, upset, mad, bitter, resentful, hurt, disappointed.
All that.
I had a stretch where it was just all of that, and I think I reeked of it. Today, I'm real happy. I'm sorry that y'all think I'm miserable this way. But yeah, I had to get out of that so I could see my full potential even.
Which is now a more comfortable space for you.
But I had
That's just one aspect of your life. That's just one aspect.
But all of yesterdays lead to today, right? So even early when we was talking about some of the people that might have seen earlier success, right? Actually, I talk about it all the time. I just seen Big Joe in the mall, and all of these people are fresh in my memory because of the Kanye doc, Big Face Gary, all these niggas, all them niggas, right? But that was the bet. It was Clue just signed to Rockefeller, right? Skane was my A&R. He wasn't Rockefeller, but they was cool with Rockefeller. And the bet was, you got new act, Joe Budden, you got new act, Jewels, who gonna do what? It was a bet. So some of the people that may have seen earlier success, their story was their story. My story had to involve going TV, going radio, going public relationship, going negative news clippings, going blackball, going I picked it up from mad places. I'm a Swiss Army knife in that regard. Like everybody's not. So I'm thankful for it today. But do I get there if I stay stuck in what you saying? I don't think so.
What you mean what I'm saying?
Like if I stay stuck in that,
I rap better than you.
I'm better.
Yeah.
But
You
I
were
don't have what I
forced-
deserve.
You were forced to do that.
Not true. I could have kept rapping.
Your survival.
I went bald when I was still growing hair.
Yo,
I could rap when I retired.
You can still grow hair.
we know that. What I'm saying
I
is,
could rap when I retired.
you could rap right now if you really tried. I understand what you're saying.
Ain't no really, nigga. I'll get up and do.
man.
We good.
I will get right up and do
Akeem,
something.
what I'm saying is this.
You see the mic still hanging up. You know what I mean? I can bring that right out.
You don't have to.
I was saying that's one area of life.
Not for this.
I just use that as, you know what I'm saying? So physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, you are always gauging yourself. I don't think most people, some people might say it, and then some people I think would just be lying because it's the cool thing to say.
I think what does happen to a lot of people, at least I can speak for myself, is I got like 80%, 90% comfortable,
well, I'm
and
straight.
then it was just the extra
Yeah,
shit.
the little things you wanted
Yeah.
to improve. But I took your initial statement, meaning I'm comfortable with who I am.
As a whole.
As a whole. Like
All of it.
Yeah, me. So to me, I was that early in my life. Like I realized, okay, look, people not gonna like certain shit. So what?
Oh yeah.
And it takes a lot of people don't get there till late.
Okay, no, slow down.
Let me ask you this.
Slow down. Let me jump in for a second here. And that's what I meant about let's just not say what's at the surface. Listen to this. True. But at some point in life, maybe you get to a place where you don't know, so you're uncomfortable, right? Like now, you look real comfortable sitting in this chair. For a long time, you wouldn't have been comfortable sitting in front of a fucking camera.
No, absolutely not.
Right? So, I mean, sometimes you got to get comfortable through the discomfort.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that means that you're not okay with yourself, but nobody could be exposed to everything.
Right.
Correct. It's always like a work in progress with you. You find something new, you have to adapt to it. Either you can
For
grow
me, I'm
or not
a
grow,
find a
or stay
positive.
stagnant.
But if you're comfortable, and we could wrap this up, but if you're comfortable, right, you're not really trying to improve upon certain shit because you're comfortable in that space. It's like if you damn, I don't got a good analogy, but when you find a wife, you stop looking. You're comfortable there. You're good. You got your end all be all. You stop looking. And I think so.
You're better with analogies than that, but go ahead.
I am. I can't think of a good one that's on the fly, but when you
don't go to the Wolverine one either.
When you find a wife, you just stop looking. You good there, right? But in your work life or in your physical life or in your whatever, you don't stop. You still trying to do better.
Yes,
so
I'm with you.
Are you really comfortable with who you are? Is what I'm saying. Are you really comfortable with who you are? Because I think when you get to a level of content,
it could be a bad thing.
Yeah, like you
100% could be.
You could be self-sabotaging because you could be doing much better. You could be destined for greater shit.
But if you don't know that,
it's almost like with weightlifting though. Like it's early on to like see a bunch of gains, and then you get to like a plateau, and then it gets harder and harder to push yourself even further because like you kind of maxed out your shit, but you got to find a new way. That kind of happens in life, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a great example, actually. Like there was a time where I wasn't so comfortable with my physical shape, so I was going to the gym. I was working on extra hard, seeing niggas in there going hard and shit, and you have to have the will and determination to do that.
But what gets you there in the first place? You not being comfortable with your current body type or with your current physique.
So you got to do something to change your perspective. Like I bought mad guns and stopped going to the gym.
but yeah, I'm with you, Ish. Like
that seems like a much easier route. You niggas isn't here with these smoothies busting y'all asses.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You know what, man? I'll thug it out with this chest and this Glock. And I'm joking, by the way. But you just got to find the positive and shit. Like when I was younger, I used to feel away by my finger, right?
Shit like that.
Until I realized I could have not had a finger.
Or
could have not had a... Like, yo, once you learn about aging, right? Not to be that guy, and we'll get it off this so we could add some youth to this conversation. But, hey, like when I broke my foot, and I went to the foot guy, and he was like, no, that's your foot now.
Never be the same.
Your old ass is not healing the same, nigga.
Yeah, I'll be walking up them
Wolverine.
steps. I'll be feeling my knee trying to do something. I feel it. It don't do it because I'm youthful still. But I feel where...
You can see where this might go in another 10, 15 years.
All you ever got to do is, all you got to do to see the future is look at the past. Both my parents have had knee replacements. Both of them. I think Pop a couple times. And that's why you can't do, like, women are the greatest thing in the world, boy. My dad went and got them shits, and he was on his ass. Well, he maybe didn't follow doctors, well, I don't remember, but he was on his ass for a while. My mom went and got them shits, was right back up. 2 seconds, running around. My dad was mad. What a hater. But anyway, enough of this fucking mature shit y'all talking about.
Neutral band. Enough of daddy.